Welcome to the Best of Cat series by IMS. Today we'll be solving an odd sentence question from CAT 2018. Now this question type is known by many names. Some people call it incorrect sentence in context. Some people call it the odd parajumble, which is quite inappropriate in certain ways. But today we're going to use a slightly different strategy to solve this question type. Now let's pause this video. Make sure that you read all the statements before you pick the odd sentence.
If you like our content and want to experience the IMS pedagogy, you can join the IMS Zero Fee Prep programs that will give you access to concept videos, sectionals, full-length tests and more for free. You may click on the I button or on the link in the description box below to access the same. Happy learning!
Let's get started with the solution. The trick to doing this question is usually to see whether there is a theme that you can identify, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So instead of solving this the parajumble way, we're going to try a labeling strategy. How does that work? Well, let's see now. The first sentence talks about time inconsistency and prevention of action. This is a simplified version of the same statement. So our label will be something like this: time inconsistency prevents action. All that we're really trying to do is to look for some common words, some common ideas that will help us identify the theme. Now, option 2 here, or statement 2 rather, says that for people to continuously postpone getting their children immunized. So the idea here is postponement of immunization. They would need to be constantly fooled by themselves. Now this seems very different from the first statement, but don't panic. Simplify it, label it and move on. So here our theme is that people fool themselves in order to postpone immunization, and that's pretty much it. The third point is a little long, but again, if we reduce all the extra words, we are talking about immunization, and again we are talking about postponing immunization. That's pretty much it. And we're trying to say here that time inconsistency is not really going to explain why people postpone immunization. Moving on. This statement says even a small cost of immunization was large enough to discourage most people. So now we're not talking about postponement, we are talking about cost. So our theme here is cost discouraged people. The last statement, again slightly long, but if we read it very carefully, all that we're really talking about is, again, postponement of action by fooling oneself. If we look at all our labels, we would realize that there is a theme. We are consistently talking about not acting or postponement of action. And in some cases, we are talking about immunization. We are also looking at reasons behind postponement of action. People fool themselves to postpone action or postpone immunization. So that is a general theme that emerges. If we look at all our labels one more time, we would see that only one of these statements does not talk about postponement of action due to time inconsistency or due to fooling oneself. Which one is that? Well, if you haven't seen it so far, then it is a difficult question for you. But by now, it should have become very clear. So it's option 4. Definitely. Why option 4? This does not talk about postponement. It talks about cost of immunization discouraging people. So our answer is really not that difficult, and if you use this strategy, it might just save you a lot of time.